My name is John Benneth for scienceofhomeopathy.com, and this is, in this episode of the Secrets of Homeopathy, I'm going to present a world first. I'm going to explain in the most understandable terms possible the mechanism, the physics of homeopathic medicine.
So I'm going to explain to you exactly actually how it works. Now, has everybody had chemistry like in school way back when? Okay, but you do know what H2O is. Okay, and have all of you heard of Einstein?
The hull of the shuttle is made of titanium alloy. At the speeds we're talking about, that alloy could depolarize and create a velocity differential. The fuselage would be traveling at a faster rate of speed than the nacelles. That means we just have to set up a depolarization matrix around the fuselage.
The material sciences have taken a growing interest in homeopathy and have discovered that homeopathic medicines are full of, you ready for this? Nanocrystalloids. These nanocrystalloids are made from extracts of plant, animal, and mineral substances.
With a certain vibration. And so we either vibrate with a plant, a mineral, or an animal.
Moreover, whenever fluorescent score motion is required, it may also be employed in conjunction with a drawn reciprocation ding alarm to reduce sinusoidal depleneration.
And these little crystal-like structures transform the background radiation into specific electromagnetic signals that act on a cellular and even a molecular level.
And what he discovered is that there are other energetic particles in the universe, and they're shaped like little U's. And what they do is they work by vibration.
By activization.
Cross-linked with redundant Mellicort's Ramostat 14 kiloquad interface modules.
The dilution and succussion process that is used to make homeopathic medicines creates self-replicating hydrate clathrates.
And I took all these chemicals and I encased it in a bomb. Okay.
The emergency bypass control of the matter-antimatter integrator is fused.
These are crystalloid polymers which appear as nanobubbles that are emitting electromagnetic radiation transformed from the natural background radiation.
And tonight, my neighbor lets his dog poop in my yard. So I'm going to take this bomb and I'm going to get back at him.
The cells of the body pick this up and react to it.
What is a cell? You can break down the cells into tiny pieces of energy called electrons, protons, neutrons.
The core element is based on an FTL nanoprocessor with 25 bilateral calolacterals, with 20 of those being slaved into the primary Heisenfram terminal.
Now, if you don't know, you should be asking, what are clathrates and how do we know that they're there? What are hydrate clathrates?
Captain, the transporter chief mentioned a surge of power. The transporter lock might have been affected by the ion storm, and we just materialized somewhere else.
Yes, here.
Okay, if you collapsed all the mass down into the universe, so there was no space between the mass, do you know how much mass there is in the entire universe? You think you're a lot of mass, right? Yeah. I'm a lot of mass, right? This building is more than you are. Okay. Well, the whole universal mass can be consolidated down into the size of a bowling ball. That's all there is in the whole world and the universe. So how much mass are you?
Because the by activization, the trapped molecules that are within them are not bonded to the lattice that surrounds them.
Tell me, are you using a polymer-based neural relay to transmit the organic nerve impulses to the central processor of my positronic net?
You can almost cross out mass. So the formula ends up being energy equals the speed of light.
Well, that's heavy science to me, but I guess it means something to somebody, and it sounds pretty good.
The pieces of the puzzle didn't fit well together. So God in his infinite wisdom sent him another Einstein called Stephen Hawking. Scientists didn't fall in his camp.
Such as the renowned Rustum Roy, head of the Material Sciences Department at the Penn State University. The dilution and succussion process is forming polymorphic nanostructures by activization that are or are analogous to hydrate clathrates.
Well, it just occurred to me that I could set up a frequency harmonic between the deflector and the shield grid using the warp field generator as a power flow anti-attenuator, and that, of course, naturally created an amplification of the inherent energy output.
You know, crystalline cages that look like ice, in which a small gasified molecule from the seed tincture is trapped to form what they are now calling a nanobubble.
Okay, and the way we talk, the way we interact with people, is that's how we are. Okay, so I had a patient that came in and says, I have a
nanobubbles. These nanobubbles are polymer ice cages made of hydrogen-bonded water molecules.
It appears to be a highly focused aperture in the space-time continuum.
The seed tincture is going from an orthodox molecule to a supermolecule of gas in one step of dilation and then collapsing in another, becoming an ever-increasing rarefied gas, eventually becoming a hyperproton.
The lineup consisted simply of 6 hydrocoptic Marsal veins, so fitted to the ambifacient lunar wane shaft that side fumbling was effectively prevented.
Guess what the definition of disease is? It's not mass. We have transformed our energy state into something different. That's what the definition of disease is.
On the website. Hey, so in a word, what is homeopathy? It is radioactive. And the reason that we know that homeopathic substances are radioactive is because we've recorded it on beta scintillation film.
Okay, Stephen Hawking gave us the string theory. Every single one of us vibrates. If I wanted to make a bomb,
go get 'em, girl!
Well, that's what we can do with homeopathy. We take substances, and what we do is we pulverize them, and that's how it works.
Now, a white hole is the opposite of a black hole. A white hole is where there is an absence of matter, emitting tritium radioactivity.
I believe the quantum fissure we discovered is a fixed point across the space-time continuum.
Squeaky knee, like a hinge. It squeaks. Diabetes.
By activization, and don't forget to use the most powerful medicine in the world. It doesn't cost a cent, nickel, or dime, just a little of your time. It's called prayer, okay? Yeah, baby.
And that's how it's so miraculous. It's so exciting. Diabetes.
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 Squeaky knee.
On the website. Hey, my name is John Benneth. Love to all. Thank you.